Do you want to go to a party later on?
Party?
One with balloons.
Balloon party? Oh, there. Okay, no. I had it muted. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Brony Show, Brony Panelists. We are here to bring you a little bit of fun silliness for HAHCon this year. Then this is actually our first panel for HAHCon this year. So we are expecting a royal fiery train wreck, the likes of which will be going down in history for as long as the Brony community exists.
Don't worry, I've already alerted the dispatcher.
But yes, we are here to, we're going to give our teams here a few scenarios. Well, for those of you who have never seen the panelists before, the whole idea is we're going to give our teams here some scenarios. Some of them with options, and some of them not so many options. However, what they have to do is they basically have to justify why they probably got the better end of the deal, or use their wacky imaginations to try to figure out the best way to work a scenario. So, let's go ahead and introduce our teams here. First, we have from our Equestrian Flagstop stream, we have Crazy Matt Captain and Coldust. And what is your team name?
We are the Toaster Deniers. There are no such thing as toasters. This is a fact. We have discussed this many a time. Toasters do not exist.
Nope, not at all.
Yep, nope.
They're just a figment of your imagination.
Yep, do not exist. Not at all.
And we also...
the opposite thoughts, because I think we have a few things to discuss with you. Anyways, hi folks.
Alright. Actually, he's proven it quite well. Toasters do not exist in Equestria.
They don't.
This is where I'm in question, Jim.
Alright, and we also have, joining us from Winchester Wednesdays, we have Winchester and Skyrays. And what is your team name?
Shit! 1 second. We've got some technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
Technical difficulties.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh wow, they played it up, didn't they?
You might need to fiddle the chords a bit.
Test, is it working? Okay.
Yeah, you're good. You're good now.
Thanks. There we go.
Yes. Okay, so we have Team Toasters Do Not Exist and Team Technical Difficulties. And also to help us keep an eye on the chat and also listen to your thoughts and opinions, we have Blanked Mind.
Hello. I'm mostly here as a chat moderator to make sure nothing gets too stupid.
And if I haven't mentioned it yet, and my ego demands it, I am Circamine, of course, the host of The Brony Show. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start throwing our friends to the fire here with these wonderful, silly, insane questions. Now, of course, we are going...
Me being Cole, I
You
feel it's natural
will
that I'm
be.
thrown into the fire.
You will be. You will be. Alright. So, speaking of which, here, and yeah, this is the time I probably... Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and just start off with the worst case scenario here in every regard. So, good news, everybody. You have... Okay, sorry. I am trying to find this image I made especially for this, and I can't find it. There you are.
Good news, everyone.
Good
Circuit
news.
Can't find the image.
I can't find the... There it is. Good news, everyone. The powers that be have given you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to revive Generation 4 after its ending. However, due to executive meddling, horrible focus groups, and people stuck on old trends, you have been handed only 2 options to revive the show. One option is to, quote, use the same animation and designs as the previous DVD and YouTube-only generation, now dubbed as 4.5. The other option, use a hip new trend popularized by a well-known maker of recent cartoons to make the new revival, My Little Pony, go. And of course...
Oh,
no. And of course, since their team had both members here first, Winchester, Skyrays, Team Technical Difficulties, what is your choice? And why?
Oh, no.
No is not a correct option. You must choose one, gentlemen.
You must choose, unfortunately.
Seems eager.
Let's go with go. How about go? I'll accept that.
I'll agree there. Yeah, let's go.
Yes. Yes.
Go, Power.
Yes.
Oh wait, wrong series.
This looks fun. Just looked at what's on the stream there.
Oh yeah, we're going G3/4-5, I guess.
But
Add
not,
in a few P's.
but not 3.75. No. We're staying away from that.
About 3.14159623857.
No. We're going with generation 01189998819991197253.
Okay, this is not the generation of pie time. This is.
Oh, that wasn't pie. That was the emergency number.
Oh. The 3. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. I'm already gonna give points to Toasters Don't Exist for the IT crowd reference.
Hey.
All right.
We
But
haven't even started debating yet.
all right, team technical difficulties. So you have chosen the rousing new hilarious cartoon full of nothing but clowns of My Little Pony Go. Why?
Well, you see
Wow.
here. Well, you see here, ponies were already fitting in pretty well to the hilarity and comedy already inspired by modern TV. So thus, it is fitting that they go with the go style of how things work out. Their personalities fit more or less fairly decently with how everything's working. Yeah, the art style is a little funky, but guess what? That's nothing we can't get used to. Still have the same personalities and everything else. And if we can learn anything from this fandom, does how everything's drawn really matter?
Appealing to they'll still be the same, and drawing and art doesn't matter, and story matters most. All right, and Team Toasters Do Not Exist.
So CMC, I want to start out with, now, CMC, well, things from the past. You know what happens to them after, 10, 20 years?
Trends.
Yes, trends. Things come back into style. And you know what? You know how old that style was? About roughly 10 years or so. Which means there'll be an all-new attraction towards the old style. Also, if you recall, back to G3 and G3.5, the animation was significantly more rough. And people like rough and rugged, or rough and rustic things. That is in right now. That's why people are getting all those used timbers for their houses and their renovations. Rough is in. And G3 was rough. Therefore, it's going to have a major draw and a major appeal that is really going to tug in the audiences once again. It didn't say anything about the stories. Stories might still be the same level of quality. We might still have the same sort of character to our characters. But style-wise, we'll have that more kind of rough and janky look that is in right now, paired with that early 2000s flair that is going to be coming into style. Because, along with Tamagotchi and Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Cube was like the 80s. But whatever, the concept still stands. So, therefore, people are going to be drawn in to this older style and the newer stories. And also, if we add a little bit of that G3.5 action, it's going to be so rough, animation will be cheap, will be wildly profitable. Things will be great.
And with this art style, you can make a lot of references to the old show that will get the fans going insane. Like just a whole lot of Rainbow Dash saying, "Darling."
Yes. And I don't know about you, but I'm a huge fan of Rainbow Dash dressing in style, and we'll be able to bring that back to its glory. And then think of the potential. Maybe we could have a Rarity who is a bit of an athlete. Oh, who knows? We'll mix it up some, And you know what? Everyone loves a good mix-up. Who knows? Maybe there'll be an arc where all of a sudden the characters, like their souls are switched, and next thing you know, Rarity is normal Rarity again, and then Rainbow Dash is normal Rainbow Dash again. Then people be like, "Whoa, my mind is blown! What a callback!" This is endless success.
Well, apparently, rough Rubik's cubes and darling Rainbow Dashes are the call for 4.5.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Okay, team technical difficulties. Do you have a rebuttal?
Side notation real quick. I want to try to make this a little bit more shreddy. Try to fit your thing in 5 minutes. I'm keeping an eye on the clock.
Well, see, here's the thing that I have a problem with. If you take a look at their design, what is with the tramp stamps? We're talking about our kids' future. We decided to put our cutie marks on our cheeks. It looks so much better. It looks so much more friendly, and it just adds so much more emotion to their face. And this is why I believe that our series is going to be so much better.
Who said that in our style the cutie marks weren't on their cheeks?
Have you seen the stream?
Well, it's tradition. Of course, tradition does have 3.5 as having butt stamps, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to have the Hoovesies mark on their cheeks now.
Although I will say, in all actuality, it's more on the thigh than anything else. It's a thigh stamp.
Winchester, you had something?
I did?
Yeah, I thought you told me you had something.
Our style is a great way to lure in the older audiences, too, because there's so much that you can learn about our characters from looking at their posterior. Respectively, of course.
So,
We're adults here.
Okay, so toasters want everybody to examine pony butts, okay?
I mean, I will not confirm nor deny this statement.
All right. Well, we also have points over to our My Little Pony Go for decency. Instead of having a butt tranny stamp, we have cheek marks. All right. And let's see. And I believe that in this regard, though, our team, Toasters Do Not Exist, has won this round with 15 points, working off the nostalgic factor of 3.5, and the fact that anything old can eventually come back into play once again. We've seen that enough with about 50 different iterations of Monopoly.
Gosh, CMC, we didn't even have to attack them. We just won. I like this plan. We just defended ourselves, and it worked out.
But they also won. But of course, team technical difficulties did win 10 points for appealing to class and sophistication, and that the animation would be fine, but the stories would remain the same. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one, and we're move on to our open-ended one. So, good news, everyone! You've been granted an opportunity to live in Equestria. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a side effect. You may be able to live in Equestria. Unfortunately, all civilized speaking creatures spots are filled, and the only open spots are for are either open to sentient and non-sentient wildlife creatures that cannot speak any English, i.e. Angel Bunny, the Gina the giraffe, things like that.
Oh, when you said non-sentient, I thought you meant like you could be like a tree or something.
You could.
Which, I mean, as much fun as it would be to be Fluttershy.
You could be a tree. It's sentient and non-sentient wildlife. You just can't speak English, so unfortunately you can't be the talking tree. But what creature role would you fulfill, and why? And we're gonna go ahead and allow our winners of this round, Team Toasters.
Technically speaking, on the side note, you can also go off the wall with something that's more from Dungeons and Dragons, because I don't think it's just fun just to stay in the ponyverse. My addendum. So yes, you could be a talking tree if you pick a tree yet. There you go.
So CMC. So what are your thoughts? Being a tree? I kind of like the idea of being a tree because I've got some arguments here. What are your thoughts?
My first thoughts were Do I want to be Harry the Bear, or do I want to be Angel Bunny and be hated by everyone?
Ooh, valid. Oh man, that's a good one. Angel Bunny. We could be an Angel Bunny together. We'll both be Angel Bunny together. We're in a giant bunny suit, and by that I mean it's big to us, but it's actually the size of a normal rabbit. We're basically two little men at the control stand of an average sized bunny, as bunnies are they not?
They'll be cute, adorable, and able to take control of any situation. I like it.
It's true, and yeah, so yeah, we're going to go bunny. Bunny.
Okay, so they have decided that they're going to become Angel Bunny, or at least a
Yes.
bunny similar to Angel.
Indeed.
Now, team technical difficulties. What is your choice?
Well, yeah. So we ran into some difficulties here. So we came about this kind of slow. So we decided we're gonna be tank.
Oh, you're going to fulfill another pet role, huh?
No,
Well, I
a
mean,
tank.
if we're gonna-
Oh,
No, a tank.
yeah. I'm literally. You're not talking about tank the turtle. You're talking about tank the machinery device that we have not yet really seen, but probably exists.
Yes, we have.
Oh,
We have seen it.
actually.
Go to the animated object.
Oh
now.
right!
This
Oh
is that
right!
company.
Cheese. Yeah, Cheese has a cheese tank, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Even in toy form, you can get it for $19.99.
This show is not sponsored by any various retailers.
We would welcome some sponsorship. Please give us money.
So you're just gonna be a tank, which means you're not actually doing anything of your own volition. You're being used.
I mean, we're
Oh,
used
I
to
don't
it
know.
already.
They're used to being tools.
I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe they're looking for the excuse to just say that they have a large cannon.
So oh god. So that when they get tired of Angel Bunny, they can just shove it down the barrel and.
Oh, so you're basically becoming the Angel Bunny dispenser of Team Toaster.
Yes.
All right.
But the only tanks we've seen are for fun, so that's got to be just like launching someone into a net or a bowl of Jello. So it's non-lethal.
Yeah.
I
But
can't
so far
remember.
away.
We'll
Cheese's
say that.
cannon? Did Cheese's
To be
cannon?
fair, you could aim slightly to the left, and we'll see what happens.
Didn't Cheese's tank only fire confetti?
Actually,
could
I
be
thought
wrong
it
on
didn't
this.
it
It's been
fire
a long time
cheese.
since I watched that.
I thought
It might have.
It was a party tank, because it was a one-up to the party cannon.
Okay, so it would basically be a tank with the same abilities as the party cannon, just magnified. So you could
Yeah,
fire
so you
off
can
cakes.
shoot it off, and you have an entire field full of party supplies.
But didn't Pinky shoot herself out of her party cannon?
Didn't
sure if you can
Pinky
do that.
shoot cake and frosting out of it at one point too?
Yeah.
Oh
True.
my god. shoot
True, the
cake out of
movie-
cake? Oh
the-
my god. Imagine that being an actual
We
thing.
can end world hunger.
You turn the barrel facing you in the face. Next thing you know, cake comes out of it and you're covered in cake.
I don't think you create cake. It has to be made, stuffed inside you, and then set off.
Ah,
I
that,
have the perfect rebuttal for this.
oh. Well, the Tailstream over in our Twitch chat does bring up a valid point. The cheese tank does shoot chickens, rubber chickens.
That is true.
Oh my
The
God.
toy
Okay,
does
so
shoot
we
rubber
need
chickens.
to
That is
get a
correct.
whole army of Scootaloo. Oh, Cole just beat me to it.
Oh, Cole Pony, you creative bastard! I love you.
I was. Now I can't say it. Damn it.
You could.
To those who can't see on because you're in a different chat
Or recording.
Yeah, or in the recording, Cole Pony just said Scootaloo is a chicken. So yes,
So you've essentially figured out a way to make Scootaloo fly by making her live ammunition.
Literally.
Not only that, we found a great way to be a part of. Oh gosh, what were they called? The stunt team. Oh jeez, I forgot their name. That was just this season too. I'm a shit. Oh, what was their name?
It was something
Time
edgy.
notation, it has been a little more than 5 minutes, so try not to hang on this too much longer, fellas.
I was gonna say, where did the debate go?
I think the debate solidly went to the tank idea, but let's go ahead and give Team Toaster a chance here to try to rebuttal with their Angel Bunny idea, which is now apparently seeming less and less fruitive.
Well, here's the thing. Most people, anytime they see Angel Bunny on show, usually that results in ruining their day. And there's nothing that I enjoy more than ruining days of other people.
And anytime you see Angel Bunny on stream, you just have a gut reaction of, what the hell are you thinking? What are you doing? Why are you scheming against me? And it's just so much fun to scheme against people.
It
I
really
live with
is.
cats. I know how things scheme, because the cats are always scheming to kill me.
Not to mention, in any relationship, he is the dominant
No one asked
factor.
for
He
you,
is
Glitch.
the one. He is the one who makes all of the decisions and stuff. Let's be honest here. He is the assertive one.
But is he a
Yeah.
tank?
If you go back to the first episode, he is the reason Fluttershy is cleaning the treehouse.
Yes, he is. We have the power of suggestion on our side. Also, we have a cute little poofy tail, too. Which requires some maintenance, but hey, that just means more attention for us.
Alright.
Though.
Okay.
We are doing this.
As an attention whore, I very much enjoy this.
Alright, so it's come down to flying cakes and Scootaloos in a giant tank, and being basically Fluttershy's pet project, as well as being the source of annoyance.
Are we her pet project, or are we the pet in control?
Either case,
Fluttershy is our pony project.
Oh, the Pony Project. I like that. All right. However, unfortunately, due to fandom demands of Scootaloo flying, technical difficulties wins this round with flying Scootaloos and also large cakes.
It's not gonna happen.
So they
I'll know it.
for 20 points. However, Angel Bunny gets 10 points for basically figuring out a way to slip into Fluttershy's house and not get immediately kicked out or had the royal guards called on him. And we know some of you.
True. We didn't bring that up at all, but hey, I'll take the credit.
Next!
All right, so, but now for the next question. The powers that be have decided that, you know what? You've kind of taken this idea of tanks and Angel Fluttershy a little too far. So you've been granted another once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be taken to Equestria, but also to be able to live in Ponyville. However, there's only 2 open spots available at this time. You can either decide to become the new daily prank target for the local god of chaos, or you will have to become the wildlife waste handler for Fluttershy's animal sanctuary. And since we've been doing a good job alternating back and forth between the teams here, we're going to go ahead and let Team Toasters Do Not Exist decide their choice first.
Starting the timer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Discord's prank McGee, whatever the hell, because that just sounds like painful fun, and as a sadistic prick, this is great.
Yes, I love this. I love this.
I love this a lot.
All right, so that unfortunately leaves Team Technical Difficulties with the unfortunate task of being a pooper scooper for an entire wildlife refuge.
Well, I mean, I think we're gonna go talk to Discord very quickly and just see if they have possibly another spot open, because that sounds quite fun, to be honest.
Okay,
Who knows?
So Team Pooper Scooper wants to try to usurp the prank spot. Unfortunately, Discord is a very busy god of chaos and only has room for one team to prank on a daily, unending basis.
Then what we're
Not
going
necessarily.
to do,
Not necessarily.
we're
Not
going
always
to make this
unbending.
place so clean and organized that Discord will try to touch it, but just the power of how clean it is going to backfire on it.
I just
How
want
about
to
that?
point out. I just want to point out that as far as our predicament goes, we do have a break. That's every Tuesday. We have a break from Discord every Tuesday because he goes to have tea with Fluttershy.
Unfortunately, as chat room has mentioned, Discord has become a lot more kind and considerate as of late, so he's going to make sure he spends extra time to prank you every single day.
Still have a couple hours.
And eventually we'll find it fun.
Yeah.
And
I
it will
mean-
be fun. And then we'll
I mean,
just say,
let's-
oh, Discord.
Let's be honest here. This is a great opportunity for adventure. Because in a scenario where you are basically the beat-em-up doll of a being of chaos, divine chaos, it means anything could happen to you at any given point. Gravity could turn off one morning, and then you could all of a sudden float into the bathtub, which is for some reason filled with gravy. And you know what? I don't think I mind that scenario. That sounds fun.
Until one day it turns into hot sauce.
Hey.
It'd be
I'm
a
not
fun morning.
Yeah,
Or-
Awake.
it'd be tingling. It'd be better than coffee. It'd be all of a sudden.
Well, you
"Ow."
guys are over there swimming around in your gravy and turning off gravity and whatnot. I'm gonna be over here riding that really cool freaking giraffe. You kidding me? I would love to climb up on that thing and just ride that around. You kidding? Look at that. Look how cool that giraffe looks. And there's a waterfall right over there. I'd be diving off of that every day.
Yes, but what do you do with all the manure?
Is that a tire swing? Oh my god, there's a tire swing too. Ow. I know what I want.
It's quite simple. It's quite simple. With all the manure, we work out a deal with the apple family to fertilize their trees and crops, so that way it produces more food for the ponies in town and everybody else. So, all in all, we're actually helping out society by
Yes, but
both
I'm pretty
providing
sure
food.
that the Apple family already has a lot on their plate, so they're going to have to ask you to gather it from the sanctuary and take it there.
Not to
You
mention, that is-
realize that's probably part of the job, right?
Yeah.
That's
We're
a
literal
good
pooper scoopers. I don't
explanation.
think we mind putting it into a barrel and then walking it down the street.
But I
don't
just
think
want to
you
bring up.
guys have any power over
I
any
just
other
want to bring up though.
characters.
I've been to the
Let
apple
them
orchard.
have at
That
it.
is
Let them
not-
have at
That
it.
I know,
is
it's
not
fine.
how apple orchards work. You
I'm
don't
sorry.
fertilize the soil of an apple tree.
You
Trees
realize
don't
that
go
they grow
anywhere.
their more stuff there than apples, right? Don't you remember them saying that they plant tiny seeds in apples, carrots, and celery stalks?
Ah, but that's not on their farm. There are other farms in the area too.
Yeah, you got Golden
Yeah, there's
Harvest
like-
just over the way.
Yeah, there's carrot places.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Keep going.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's more than one farm. We can always make deals with more than one farm to take manure to. It's
Actually,
not
I
that
suppose-
big of an issue.
I suppose in hindsight they did have that cornfield, didn't they? Hollowing up corn in season 4. I'm great at shooting holes in my own arguments.
Well, I mean, Skyray shot a giant one in ours when we first opened, so...
I believe you mean it's a field of popcorn.
Well,
if you're going back.
actually, I think it only became
Oh, that's
popcorn because
right.
of Discord's interference.
Exactly, it's a field of popcorn.
Well, I mean, it's normal corn. It just Discord makes
So,
it
so
pop.
what you're saying is
Either way,
Discord-
popcorn or corn both uses manure. Trust the guy
Okay,
here
okay.
who actually works in farm country.
Wait,
There you
popcorn
go.
is
Here's the
made of
other thing
manure?
that they're
Yeah.
missing. Here's the other thing that they're missing. Discord
I-
destroyed an entire field of corn. All there is left is popcorn. That stuff is not going to stay around longer than corn is. Now all of a sudden we got a bunch of ponies going hungry because a huge field of food is gone. Discord did that. We were the ones that helped grow it.
Well,
I will say, as far as the public service argument goes, we are ourselves being a public service because we are being the beat 'em up doll of this being of chaos. thus distracting him from all the other things that he could be ruining and or improving, depending on your views of chaos. I'm very much an avid supporter of chaos. Team Chouse.
Chouse?
Chouse.
Oh,
Chouse.
right.
Team Chouse.
All
Yes.
right.
So us being his focus, we are thus making society better by distracting him from all the things that he could be meddling with.
If he didn't
Therefore,
focus on us,
Equestria.
he would be getting one resident of Ponyville every day at least.
You mentioned
And
how he destroyed an entire field of corn by making it into popcorn. Like, there you go. Like, we are keeping him from ruining other harvests by having him beat us up with, like, trout or something that for some reason have legs.
Yeah, but doesn't he do AoE type of stuff? Next thing you know, he churns Ponyville upside down just to spite you or something? That sounds like a thing he would do.
And the silence has unfortunately
They-
clinched it.
They've already survived that once. I mean, come on, there were houses floating when there was a...
Here's the plan, CMC. We move out into the mountains.
It is 12:30.
Ow.
Just to let
Right,
you know.
yeah, I got, yeah. All right, okay, we're going to go ahead and put an end to the discussion here. But yes,
All this
so
sounds like is a bunch of fish slapping.
Yes.
it pretty much has got...
Get it down.
It basically
Well,
has gotten to the
laughing
point. It's gotten to the point of community service combined with fringe benefits. We have the fringe benefit of Discord not haunting most of Ponyville for pretty much a long time because he's got a single target that he beats up constantly. And of course, we have the community service of fertilizing all of the different farms. And we have the fringe benefit of possibly getting dunked into a tub of gravy, which I'm sure would be somebody's dream come true. And the fringe benefit of being able to pet the animals and ride Gina the giraffe.
I was just going to bring up the fact that you said he would have one target when there's actually two, but technically he could make us one.
Well,
This is totally within his power.
well, I'm considering you one target because you're a team and teams work together.
Yes.
So at this point, though, I'm not gonna lie, both sides have come up with excellent arguments. However, the sudden silence of noting the fact that even if Discord does have a single target, he's still going to traumatize Ponyville as a whole once in a while. I believe that the narrow margin has gone to team technical
the silence
difficulties.
was because I thought someone else was going to jump in, because my initial thought for that was, yes, they've already dealt with a thing like that.
Also, I was cut off on my we move into the mountains thing, which was something totally within our power. We could move into the mountains. This would be great. The view would be wonderful, and also there'd all of a sudden be new waterfalls that go up.
So,
Which means we'd be able to help out the weather teams, because they wouldn't have to have an entire fleet of Pegasi bring water into the sky. We would be doing it for them.
so you would take a spot in Ponyville and be tortured by Discord just to move to the mountains.
Yes.
He'd probably move you back to Ponyville.
We move the mountain back, and then we'd... Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All is fine. He could move the mountain into Ponyville. This is
No,
still
move
fine.
you off the mountain.
All right. I will
He could do
give
many things.
team. I'm going to go ahead and give Team Toasters Don't Exist a few extra points for being very positive about dealing with being pranked by the god of chaos every single day for the rest of their lives.
I'll give him credit for being persistent.
Exactly. Yep.
Chouse.
So I'm going to go ahead and give 20 points over to technical difficulties and 19 points to Team Toasters Don't Exist.
Exactly, Tailstream, a mountain in Ponyville, right next to Twilight's castle.
Sounds
All right, now let's go ahead and go on to a horror situation.
Horror.
I thought
not
this was PG-13.
horror.
I meant horror. Sorry, my R's didn't go too well.
Your R's left the fucking train station 5 minutes ago, and they don't know where the hell they're
Swallowing all
going.
the words. Got it.
Right. So through some horrible mishap involving Pinkie Pie, a bunch of dried herbs from Zakura, and a surprising amount of unguarded kitchens and bakeries all across Equestria. Equestria is now completely free of cakes and most baked goods as for an entire week. Unfortunately, a round of incidents with local politics and a few invading forces have left Celestia in an incredibly stressed out state, and she desires a sweet, sweet confection of sugar to purge the stress. Now, the question for you is, how are you going to keep the royal princess well fed on highly addictive sugary substances and save your flanks from getting tossed to the dungeon?
Or the
And
sun.
ca-
Or the
Okay,
swamp.
you're saying that
Or the moon.
cakes are not available at all for that?
Not just cakes, anything in regards to baked goods. Cakes, cookies, cupcakes, anything that could be considered any kind of a baked device that could be used as a substitute cake is impossible at this point.
Does that
Time
include
starts
fudge?
now.
And we're going to go ahead and start off with... Who did I start? Team Technical Difficulties.
Alrighty. So, let's see. No baked goods.
Okay, and just to... Because the chat room is deciding to poke holes in the scenario... The power was so strong in those dried herbs that Pinkie Pie will immediately devour any cake that's made for a week. So even if you try to transform something into a cake, it will immediately vanish in a pink flurry.
Ice cream. Ice cream does not require baking. It is not a baked good, and it has the sweetness of a cake. In fact, you can even make it into cake-like substitutes, but it is not baked. So it is technically not a cake. But you can have ice cream bars, milkshakes, and all sorts of other wonderful, sweet delights that will soothe the princess's sweet tooth.
So Team Technical Difficulties is going on to the sweet, cool treats of the summer. Let's...
Oh, we could be ice cream tanks. Ah, that would be cool.
And they're tying it into the tanks. So...
Ice cream tank!
And, okay, so...
Cake or death.
Team Toasters do not exist.
So
What is your sugary confection of choice to assuage a raging queen? It's Princess. Raging Princess.
Yes, queen.
Das
Anyway.
Princess. We all know it's a queen, but Princess Celestia.
We were throwing around a couple ideas in DMs, and all of which were completely opposite each other. So this is
Maple fudge mix, a fruit salad.
yeah. I was thinking maybe
fried?
fried or fruit salads and stuff. We could go with a healthy angle. Not only will we have the deliciousness of fresh fruit and also a influx in agriculture to produce said fruits and or sweet veg, as in carrots, but also it means that general healthiness will
Candy
go
the
up.
fruit.
Candied fruit. Ooh, even better. Because then we have the healthiness of fruit and all the deliciousness of candiedness in the fruit. This is a good plan. Jams. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Jams and tortillas, that's a combination that we could do, because I don't know if you bake a tortilla. You
Palatita.
just squish it?
Just you put it on the pan. You pour it out flat. It cooks up. Then you flip it, cook the other
All you
side,
have to
toss
say
it on the
is
plate,
say
put the
bake.
jam down, roll it up, eat it. It's great. It's delicious.
Uh,
You
called
could eat
palatita.
jam. Even so, you could eat jam right out of the jar, as well as candied fruit. Therefore, you could do a lot with candied fruit, and just, sweetening fruits and such. Which makes me wonder, if you were to, put some carrots into, a jar or something with sugar, and let that just caramelize, wonder how good that would taste.
It tastes like shit.
This could lead to some major experiments. You see, not only this, but we can also boost the scientific community in trying to find newer ways to make fruit and veg more appealing to Her Royal Highness,
all
the
right.
Celestia.
All right, so it looks like Team Toaster is trying to get Celestia to work off that weight and no longer have the proud flank. So let's go back over to Team Technical Difficulties. What is your rebuttal on keeping the ice cream in Celestia's freezer?
Oof. Well, this is a really heated conversation, man. We should probably cool ourselves down with a bit of ice cream.
Puns.
Not to mention, you said, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you not say that it only lasts a week, or the cake shortage only lasts a week due to the fact that Pinkie Pie will only be eating all the cakes for a week?
Pretty much, it's only a week long.
So if it's only a week long, we already have all of this ice cream that we already have. Why bother putting in all of the government R&D budget into fruits and vegetables when we already have ice cream? It's already in a plentiful amount of different flavors. We can make it into all different shapes, sizes, forms, etc. You can eat it straight out of the barrel or container, whatever bucket that you want to, or if you want to. And it's already well established. They don't have to go in and find a bunch of people to cook it on the spot. It's literally, oh shoot, open up the cake freezer or the ice cream freezer.
So,
And out it
Doesn't
comes.
crops take more than a week to grow?
Yes.
by my understanding of how how much of cake she eats, you're going to cause an ice cream deficit all across Equestria, such that any kid who has a birthday that week cannot have an ice cream dessert.
Not to mention that.
Well, they also can't have cake.
I think their
Did
birth.
you consider where ice cream comes from? Ice cream comes from cows, straight from the udder, but frozen, kind of. Something like I think there's like a few gears involved in the middle, but whatever. At any rate, do you think that the cow population in Equestria, which has been depleting every season, do you think that there is enough cows in Equestria to produce enough dairy, to produce enough ice cream to appease her royalness?
You realize we already have a large backlog of ice cream, right?
Where is it, though? Where do you keep it all? Ice cream has a shelf life, if you haven't realized.
So does fruit.
Yes. Yes, it does. But here's the thing, though.
It doesn't have as short of a shelf life.
It is absolutely true. Not to mention, when it comes to fruit, no one likes eating fruit. No one. Therefore, it is widely available. No one's going to complain if there are no grapes in the grape aisle or bananas. No one's whining about their lack of potassium.
Where
And
the
certainly
fuck's
no
my
one would whine to
wine?
the queen about it. They'd go to the moon.
Oh,
Where's my wine? Where's the orange juice? Where's the grape juice? There's a lot of problems in the statement too.
okay.
We're not taking the juices away. We're just taking some of the fruits and giving them some candiness.
Just means that there'll be a little bit of a ration on fruits for a little bit when it comes to some areas around Candle. It won't affect everywhere.
What did Celestia become of Thomas?
I don't know at this point, but I'd say good rebuttals all around. I gotta
Not to
admit,
mention, a little bit of fruit will help clear her mind in these dire times.
I'd rather have my ice cream.
I'm not gonna lie. This one's got me a little bit on the stump. Both sides have made good arguments, and I've also poked tremendous holes in the other side. Chat room, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one out to you. If you think that Toaster should win, say glory to Toaster. If you glory to non-toasters, apparently. And if you think that technical difficulty should win, just say bzzz.
Glory to Art Stotska.
Glory to the Astraska. Alright, and let's see here. Okay, so we already got one for technical difficulties. We got a buzz. Alright. Well, we'll give the chat.
You can't deny, though, there have been less and less cows as every season goes by.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw a cow in MLP?
Muriella and the entire cow herd that
Wasn't
Well,
that
well,
season?
that's
Betsy.
That was in season 1.
Yeah.
There have been many seasons since then. Where'd they all go? What happened to them? They were all around Ponyville. You'd think that they would all just just disappear one day.
Okay, apparently the chat room might be just as tight as I am. We both got equal points to Glory to Toaster and...
Oh yeah, Tailstream season 6 plus IDW. I say.
Well, IDW, I wouldn't be surprised if there was cows. Unfortunately, I'm way behind on the comics, so I can't say anything on that.
Secondary canon, not true canon.
It's secondary canon, but it's still considered canon unless it contradicts the show. Oh!
Oh, there, that little grunt.
There it is! There's our tipper! Glory to Toaster! So,
Now let's call the pun.
Sky, you're in the panel.
Actually, not quite at the moment. He's had to step out. I'm kind of flying solo.
Oh, that sucks.
Don't worry, I got it, CMC.
Okay, so actually, we are getting more and more toasters. We are getting more and more toasters here. So, nope, Toaster has officially won. So, glory to the non-existent.
Non-existent.
So yeah, Coldust not Coldust. Yeah, Coldust has thrown a few in there, but we also had a few more toasters. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Toaster. However, Toaster will get 2 points, while Technical Difficulties gets 1. Because that's how I roll.
That's a 50% win.
Alright. Now, unfortunate bad news. There's been a mix-up in the office of Cutie Marks. And
There's an office of cutie marks?
there is that for this scenario.
Did somebody put Saw in charge of it?
Okay, there a mix-up in the office of Cutie Marks that only exists for this scenario has found that you've been given the wrong cutie marks. Unfortunately, this unfortunate mishap was requested to be fixed immediately by all royal parties involved under penalty of cake and death. Unfortunately, the cutie mark designers are all... Unfortunately, all cutie mark designers are out for the holiday. So you are only stuck with 2 options for cutie marks. One of them is a pony's head stuck nose deep inside of a toilet bowl. And the other one of a Dakimakura with very unusual and highly questionable censorship shines everywhere. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to reverse order a little bit here. And we're going to go with Team Technical Difficulty. No, it was actually Team Toaster to start.
CMC, I'm leaning in very close to the microphone. I think you know which one I want.
Oh, I think it's gonna be fun.
Oh, yes.
Lean the fuck back.
Lean in more.
I can't remove you from this call. Do keep that in mind.
How close can we go to each other's microphones?
So yeah, I think yeah, no, we're going with the Daki. We've spent too much time on Derpy Boru to not.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
We can make this work.
Alright.
Yeah.
And the chat room is raising a question. A cutie mark with a pony in it? There actually is one. If everybody remembers the giant fat pony looking for a princess dress, she did have
That's right.
She did have a cutie mark of herself in a star. So it does exist.
Yeah.
Yes. She is her own special talent.
Yes.
Now that I say that out loud, that's really...
I know it is. It's horrible.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So we're gonna see how far we can take this conversation in PG-13 territory. So we're gonna move. All right. So Team Technical Difficulties, you have been given the cutie mark of a pony with their head in a toilet.
All right. So, I'm guessing we'll go for our debate.
Yes. You go ahead and go first. Just because.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with the God damn it, I have to turn this off so I'm not distracted. So, first off, our cutie mark is still technically family friendly you can walk around in public, and yeah, you might get some smirks or whatever, or people might laugh and make fun of you a little bit, but ponies won't like shoo their kids away from seeing you. And like if something happens, like say if you're wearing a cloak because you don't like showing off that you have got a pony shoved in a toilet, that basically means that your special talent is giving ponies swirlies, I'm assuming. Either that or you're a plumber. I could see either one. But yeah, so basically we're still family friendly. We can go out in public and our cutie mark can be seen, and people aren't like, oh god, that's too lewd. And yeah, so family friendly, PG, we can actually be shown in the show, and we don't get kicked out of vendor halls that aren't not safe for work vendor halls.
All right. A good argument, and also it got the name Toodaloo stuck in my head now. Let's go on to Toasters Don't Exist.
We have a perfect reason now to wear a skirt.
Yes.
A very cute skirt.
Definitely a cute skirt.
Okay.
Definitely living up to your cutie mark.
Also, let's be honest here. With a cutie mark like that, a body pillow, you know that our special talent is cuddling.
Sure.
Yes.
We
Cuddling
give
what?
the best cuddles you could ever have.
It is absolutely true. You all of a sudden have the special talent of giving comfort to those who are feeling lonely and sad. And you know what? There's nothing that feels better than comforting those who are in need of cuddling.
So you're a horse.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I was slightly curious to see if any of you would actually take your cutie marks into safe and reasonable territories, and both of you have exceeded my expectations. Bravo. We're a quick rebuttal. Apparently, this is going to be a quick topic at this rate. From Team Technical Difficulties, your rebuttal.
So
We got Pinkie Pie.
Well, that was just the best image I could find of this. This was not
Is
an
that your
easy.
toilet, by the way?
I wish I
Awesome
could
liking
claim it.
that, by
I
the
wish
way.
I could claim it. I can't. I found this, but there was no artist. So
Coldhouse brought up this is a perfect excuse to wear a skirt. Well, the issue is, as we've all seen in movies and society in general, skirts can be blown in the wind. What happens when your skirt accidentally gets blown in the wind and somebody sees your cutie mark?
People have
Also,
all of a
how will
sudden
that affect you in
gained
trying
joy.
to apply for a job? And they ask, what is your special talent? And you tell them that you're a horse. That's really not going to work too well. We can be like, walk into a plumbing shop and be like, oh, what's your special talent? Oh, I'm very good at closely inspecting the inner plumbings of a toilet. And they're just like, oh, perfect! You'll do great as a new plumber. Come on, Mario!
Let's go.
Oh. Okay. So now apparently we've tied in the toilet cutie mark to Mario. I don't know if that is a genius move or a brazen one.
You're going to get random questions on the street by ponies who have troubles with their plumbing.
Not just that, but also just like all of your family members. Anytime that you have anyone who's having any problem with their toilet, they're going to go to you first, and then you're going to have to like give them advice all the time. And sometimes it's going to be really simple, like have you tried flushing it on and on again, or sometimes it might be something complicated, like hey, why is my toilet backing up into my bathtub? And then you're going to have to straighten that out. And family members are going to go to you expecting this advice free. And you can't deny that's going to be a thing. And do you really want to deal with that on a day-by-day basis?
See, our families are a little bit different. We don't have this sort of free sort of service type of thing. In fact, we have this thing called the 50% on. We just add extra price to our services whenever it involves our family.
Also, going with the family asks for help from your special talent. So you're saying that you're gonna help out your family members with their needs when they need them?
If they need some good snuggling, then by all means.
Boy, you're one really close family.
Okay.
And never tell your family that you work in IT because they will always call you. Same thing applies for plumbing.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Not to mention, we have the all good feeling every day after a hard day of work. We get that warm fuzzy feeling, not just inside, but also on the outside too.
All right. Okay.
Because it's Houston.
This is getting bad. Yeah. This is.
Let's watch that sip sing.
Okay. So we. Team Technical Difficulties has made the argument that they are Mario and they can charge obscene prices for plumbing services. And Team Toasters Don't Exist has made the argument that they are good for cuddles and are willing to give their family the same services, leading to
Also
a lot.
stylish.
Don't forget and
Wear a
us.
cute skirt or why did the word just skip my mind?
We'll go with skirt.
You could wear pants as well. Either design, 4-leg or 2-leg.
Kilt. There's the word that lost my mind.
Why can't we?
Okay, so they brought kilts into the measure.
So you can actually come to a consideration.
They brought kilts into it. Now that they brought in kilts, that actually evens the field. I'm going to give them both 20 points for actually being able to take this topic and not immediately go into the worst territories. And so we're going to go ahead and get to our last topic here for the last few minutes that we have. Now,
it's only 3, so make it quick.
Well, that we're going to have to see how quick we can make it. Of course, the horse famous of the Brony community have come together and designated you to come up with the latest hit Brony product trend to revitalize the merchandise scene, and have thousands of vendors follow suit with their own variations of it as it becomes the latest community gimmick. What do you create that will cause a massive market buzz? And no, this is not my attempt to try to find some good product idea that I can sell to everybody.
You gotta admit to belch it out, and that's it.
All right. Okay, so let's go on with Team Technical Difficulties.
Oh man.
Okay.
1 minute.
So wait, so this is supposed to appeal to the community, right?
This
Not
is
to okay.
Well, it's supposed to be a community product or something that basically all of the community wraps their head around, like Fallout Equestria or this Twilight Sparkle Secret Shippic folder card game. Because everybody has a card of that, and everybody has something in Fallout.
Okay.
Well, 2 minutes to figure something out. Great. That's exactly what we need to be pushed to the extremes to figure out what we want.
Gosh, less than a minute. So hurry it up.
Well, they think of it as being.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Let's go off of the last one we were just doing a bit. How about a game called Is It's Questionable? It's basically a bunch of cards that sort of look like the game. I forgot it. And it's just blacked out. All you can see is the face, and then you have to decide based on this little piece of the image: is it questionable or is it safe?
Ooh, interesting
That sounds
idea.
pretty good. On to the non-existing toasters, because we only got a minute.
And this is how my panel gets ripped away from me. Okay, non-existent toasters.
All right, here we go. So we've noticed that this fandom is absolutely obsessed with shipping. This is something without a doubt, so much so that there's even a card game based on it. Well, we want to take it one step further by bringing the community ships. That's right, we want to get everyone seafaring, or canal faring, or river faring. We want to give this community the boats it deserves and has always secretly craved. And by secretly, I mean publicly, by shipping ponies left and right. We thus take the community and make them the shippers. and the shippies, depending on who is the shipper in this particular relationship, is the perfect plan. We've got schooners, we've got sloops.
We're out
we've
of time! Josh, make a decision!
Okay, okay.
And we've got each of them themed like a different pony, maybe some with shipping picks on the sails.
And if you're
Except
into
we're trying
steampunk, we've
to,
got Steam Launch.
All right.
Muting and
We're
muting
also
and
trying
muting.
Hold
to
on.
trying to appeal to a community. So
Okay.
why not questionable images? You can easily change the rating on this too, by the way, and you know which direction I'm going.
All right. Okay. All right. So getting back down to it, essentially it boils down to we become the United Pony Shipping Express, and of course we also get, and we also Is It Lewd, the card game. In all honesty,
already the secret ship fit folder.
Yeah, it's basically that one's just lewd on all the time. Yeah, no question.
In all honesty, I love the idea of people getting little miniature shipping trucks of different ponies, literally being shipped together in a literal sense. However, I am going to give it to the questionable card game, because we all know that that's pretty much where most of us would immediately jump to because of the sheer magnitude of how silly it could be. So
we were going for boats.
Yeah, we're going boats here, dude.
Okay, literally.
Yeah, we're shipping ships here.
You realize that ours will probably cost a hell of a lot less than a ship.
What are you
And
talking
we don't
about?
need water.
We'll sell them in kits, so that way, because of people in the community.
Anyway,
Okay, don't worry, Blink. Don't worry, we got this. So both of them have really great ideas, including actually having little pony toy ships that you could take into the bath with you would be awesome, really. So I'm going to say you're all winners here, because I haven't been keeping track of the points at all, and the points don't matter anyway, because we're just here for fun.
I think we did that.
Goddamn millennial
last round.
bullshit.
I demand a recount.
Also, we totally meant toy ships. Yes. Toys.
All right. Okay, in any case, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. We did too. Be sure to check us out at thebronieshow.net.
I accidentally just closed out Discord by hitting my desk so hard.
Okay, but yeah, real fast, we have Cold Dust and Crazy Matt Captain. They're from the Equestrian Flag Stop, which is on every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at thebronieshow.net. We have Sky Rays in Winchester from Winchester Wednesdays, which is at Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, correct?
Yep.
And I am Circuit of the Brony Show. We're on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to check us out, and go out there, watch some more HAHCon panels, spend some money at the Lunar Shop as well as the merchandise store for HAHCon. Have a lot of fun, everybody. Thank you all for joining us. Catch us on our own podcast and our own shows, but otherwise, have a great time tonight. And peace out, everybody.
Toodles.
Do you want to
Good
go
night.
to a party later on?
Party?
One balloon.
Balloon